Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Everybody up. Y'all get in here, man. Top of the morning, grand rising. Yes, indeed. This video is about D.L. Hughely, Rickey Smiley, Stephen A. Smith, Charlemagne the God, Luther, Luke Skywalker Campbell, and all the rest of the paid Democratic performers. Plies. I don't know where they got plies from. I want to say this real quick. These brothers do not speak for us. They do not speak for us. A lot of these guys are obviously being paid, okay, to push the Democratic narrative. And I think it's very important that we all speak out and let everybody know that they do not speak for us. I don't know where they get these people from. D.L. Hughley, he is a major advocate for the Democrats. And these guys are selling us out, man. Let's just be real clear. BB Skin, Grand Rising. How you doing this morning? Yeah, let me say this. Let me say this too. Listen, I understand people are going to vote for who they're going to vote for. But it seems as if our community is the only ones being bullied, okay? Being bullied into, being bullied and shamed into supporting somebody who really doesn't have an allegiance with us. You understand? We're being called a lot of different names. They're telling us to get our ass to the polls and vote. A couple years ago, they even had a campaign where they had strippers, and they said they had strippers, y'all. They had a strip club commercial. It said, "Get your booties to the poll." You dig? They really think we stupid out here, man. I said I was gonna leave the political thing alone, man. Somebody hopped in my comments the other day and told me keep going, man. And I just feel like I gotta keep going. You know, the election is in November. I think I can I think I can keep pushing. I think I need to turn the heat up a little bit, to be honest with you. And yeah, they paying these entertainers, BB Skin. I mean, come on, man. They paying who are these entertainers? These are comedians. These are comedians, man. Rickey Smiley, dog. Like, I didn't even listen to his rant. I heard he did a rant talking about the black community. And see, this is the thing, y'all. Any other community, they don't have to bash, right? They don't have to shame. They would never shame any other community into voting for anybody that they want us to vote for. They come with policy, right? They come with, um, things that will make people want to vote. But it seems as if they're bypassing all policy and they just say, tell us how stupid we are, okay? And they are shaming us and telling us that we are, you know, off code or we're doing something wrong. But the thing is, we owe that party nothing. We don't owe the Democratic Party anything. You understand? I saw a clip earlier where Kamala was talking about. See, the reason why I'm on this early in the morning, and because as soon as I wake up, I see this stuff on my news feed. So I woke up and first thing I did was click on Instagram and I see Kamala Harris, man. She met with Al Sharpton, and I don't know how long ago this was, but Al Sharpton asked her about reparations, and she said she's going to sign a bill to study reparations. She's going to sign a bill to study, right? And some people were very happy about it, and I'm like, yeah, there's no need to study. There's nothing to study. There's nothing to study. We already know what happened, right? The only thing we need to do now is get the paperwork right. Everybody that whose ancestors were enslaved in America get their paperwork right, and let's get the fast track to the cash. Let's cut the checks, man. Let's just sign an executive order. Because people keep telling me, hey, she can't sign an executive order. They can sign an executive order. There's no need to study anything. We already know what took place, right? We already know the effects that slavery had, okay? And BB Skin said he kept saying vote them based on skin color and someone being in a damn black sorority. Let me tell you, man, that's that black sorority. And I was watching brother Tariq's live the other night, and what he said was a lot of people in those sororities, they just want her in there so their sorority can get some sort of clout. They want to say, oh, that's my sorority sister is a president, or our sorority, we made it to the White House, and that's not good enough for us. That's not good, dog. We not really rocking like that, man. We can't go out like that. We got simple-minded Negroes out here that would be comfortable and would be okay with just having that symbolism. And we can't let that happen. I said I was done with this political thing, man. I really feel like I'm ready to step it up a notch, and really start kicking down the doors, because at the end of the day, this is an important election, man. And I feel like every voice needs to be heard. You understand? A part of me last week, I was like, man, look, y'all got it. I'm not talking about this shit no more. These people are too stubborn. These people are too smart for their own good. They think they too smart. And I'm gonna say this again, a lot of the HBCU people, they feel like they're the smartest black people in the group. You understand? Everybody else is just unintelligent. And they send out these guys, man. They send out these guys. Absolutely. We need tangibles. Period. End of the story. That's a fact, man. And everybody meeting with this lady, they need to be on the same. They need to be on the same page. Okay, not happy that she's committing to signing a bill to study. That's like I'm gonna commit to thinking about. I'm gonna commit to thinking about, thinking about getting some reparations. It's craziness, and we not. A lot of us are just not stupid, man. Some people are too smart for their own good. My man Gear Jammer says Trump 2024. I'm not mad at Trump 2024, dog. I'm not mad at that. I'm not a Trump advocate, but I'm not mad at Trump. We are fighting a different fight right now. You understand? Um, Let me ask you, Trump guy, what is Trump doing? What is Trump going to do for the black community? And are you for the black community receiving tangibles specifically for the black community? Next, I'm gonna go in on the Trumpers. Next, we're gonna see where these Trumpers' head is at, right? That's what we're gonna do next. Once we get Kamala out the way, I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about the Trumpers, because uh, we know that the Democrats are practicing benign neglect, right? Now at some point, I want to check in with the Trumpers to check their racism level, okay? Because everybody's happy that we are banging on Kamala, but I want to see, if you're okay with our group receiving what we're asking for. BB Skin says, out our entire community over a check. They are selling us out over checks, positions, job titles. I 102.3, the DL Hughely show. I'm cooking. I'm hanging out at the house. I want to hear some old school music, and they got the DL Hughely show, and all he does all day is talk about the Republicans and kiss the Democrats' ass. That's all he does on that show. And it's like it's so blatant, man. It's so blatant uh, that he is a paid performer. Brittany's farm life. Hey, I was just listening along. I like to hear others' opinion. I am not a Trumper, but I do think financially we are better off with him compared to Kamala. I agree. Let me tell you something, man. When Trump was in office, my business, I'm a videographer, and my business went all the way up. I had it going on. Not to say that I don't now, but I had it going on. It's rough now, dog. Let me tell you, under the last 4 years, it got real rough out here. It's trash out here. That's why I'm not mad at Trump. I'm not mad because I know that you know we've already we've already had a Trump presidency. We've already seen what he can do. The Democrats, sorry, y'all. Democrats are trying to scare us. Like, no, we can't let. Dog, we already had Trump as a president. You can't really scare us, dog. You know what I'm saying? You can't really scare us. Like, we already saw the sky didn't fall, the world didn't end. But these last 4 years under the Biden administration have been bullshit. It's not fun. I had fun under Trump, dog. I had a lot. I don't know if it's because of the lockdown and my business skyrocketed under quarantine. In quarantine, I don't know if I was the only videographer that was brave enough to go out in those conditions in the pandemic. I don't know what it was, but my business went through the roof in under the Trump administration. We already had Trump and he left office peacefully. Those people are nuts acting like we didn't experience. Absolute, they are nuts. They are nuts acting like we didn't already have. They act like we already didn't have Trump in office. This is the type of smoke they blow. Like this, these are the type of games they play. We already know. They will, when I talk to these people, they will act like the show is over. It's over if he gets in. Fam, he was already in. Now, if Kamala gets in, that's gonna be I believe that's gonna be a bad thing. It's gonna be very bad, especially for black people. Okay. Let me say this, man. Other groups are gonna be okay. Other groups are gonna be okay. Do y'all understand? Other groups, it's set up right now. It's set up to where other groups are gonna be all right regardless. The people that are going to be at the bottom, the people that are going to receive all the backlash if Kamala Harris gets to be president, is us, the black community. We the ones that's going to suffer the most. Brittany's farm, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, when we're talking business, we're not talking. See, a lot of my people, a lot of my people are not talking business. They talking emotions. They're talking in their feelings. Okay, we are talking about numbers. We are talking about even exchange, fair exchange, right? We're talking about actually receiving something. 1 + 1 = 2. Not we love the way you look, Kamala. We did that with Obama and Michelle. I was guilty of that. I'm like, man, look at that family at that house. I got a little payment from that. When the Obamas was in there, look at that beautiful black family in that White House. I was proud. It was a great time. I felt like other little kids can see that. But what they did, let me tell you what they did with that. This is what they did. They basically try to give that to be our reparations. They tried to use Obama being elected to say racism was over. That's what that was about. You dig? They felt like, oh, well, you can't say it's racism out here anymore because we have a black president. And the reality is he was a puppet. All right. And we got the imagery and that was cool for a little bit. But once we saw uh, Trayvon Martin and other uh, young brothers getting murdered, once we saw that happening, and he didn't do anything, it was a rude awakening. It was a rude awakening, and we can't let that mistake happen again. We can't wait for anybody to help us. We have to demand reparations. All right. I know some you might take that unsubscribe, but you might take that subscription back. But my community is demanding reparations. Or nobody gets our vote. That's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. BB Skin says all American taxpayers are getting screwed in this country. I believe that, but I believe that, but I believe we're gonna suffer worse because we're gonna be a permanent underclass. You understand? Um, I saw a clip also earlier. It was about 3 clips where people were asking Kamala Harris about reparations, right? And she said she kept saying she, in school they taught us to answer with complete sentences. So she was answering with, "Hey Kamala, how do you feel about reparations?" Well, as you know, we had about 200 years of slavery, Jim Crow. They sick dogs on us. It was a lot of bad things happening. They had the National Guard deployed. Black people's motherfucker, answer the question. Answer the question. They asked you one simple question. And it's like these interviewers are not holding her accountable. Answer the question. We already know what happened, fam. You don't have to give this speech. You don't have to go into detail. Answer the simple question. You did. Um, Brittany's Farm says Kamala says those things, hoping to God that nobody looks at her career history. Absolutely. So Tarak Makuktu, we need to take our planet back. They can take this Gorgarian system back to their home planet. Okay, my man. My man is on his extraterrestrial. Okay. I'm not mad at you, homie. I'm not mad at you. But yeah, DL Hughely, Rickey Smiley. I did not listen to Rickey Smiley's rant. I might click on it. I might go look for it after this video. I heard he did a rant talking about black people. Roland Martin, Stephen A. Smith, uh, Plies. Look how obvious this thing is getting. When they recruit Plies, a lot of y'all don't even know who Plies is. He's a rapper from Florida. Okay, he had some pretty big songs back in the day, but he is frontlining for the Democratic Party. Okay, he does not speak for us. He does not speak for us. Yeah, go check out Plies. For about three years, Plies has been frontline for the Democrats. Okay, uh, I wonder what kind of bag they gave him. They must have really broke him off something real nice. Luther Campbell, Luke, 2 Live Crew. Luke told us we have by Sunday. He was addressing. He said everybody that left all black men that left the Democratic Party. He gave us until Sunday to get back to the Democratic plantation, or else we can never come back. Unbelievable, man. Who do these guys think they are? I wish we could meet up face to face with everybody. Not to be violent, but I wish we could meet up face to face with everybody to have a real conversation. Because things online are a little different. But when you can meet up with somebody and have a real conversation and really point out the important things and really hash out the differences, I really believe that we would get somewhere further. You understand? Uh, Stephen A. Smith, we already know what time it is with him. We don't respect him. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let it be known, man. Uncle Charles, what's up, big dog? Good morning, man. We in here chopping it up about these paid celebrities that are caping for the Democrats, the Roland Martins, the Ricky Smileys, DL Hughleys. He's like the front runner. Brother DL is like he's like the front runner, dog. Like they really, I don't know if these guys are trying to run for president at some point, or I don't know what it is, but we know they're getting paid. So we in here on their neck real heavy this morning. Yeah, I believe it's all of our duties to let the world know that these people do not represent us. We gotta drown them out, dog. We really gotta drown them out. Uh, I can't take DL or Ricky Smiley serious after Cat Williams exposed him. Yeah, I forgot what Cat said about DL, but I gotta go. I gotta go find that. I gotta go find that. But yeah, the way he damn near ready to have a heart attack for these Democrats, dog. You know what I mean? And they know exactly how to get to our people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our people, they're not hip. They don't understand that these guys aren't representatives. Okay, these guys really don't have good standing in the community, especially doing, you know, this type of work. A lot of these guys, they want to elevate their position and they will sell us out so they can get something. I want you to think about this, man. You got somebody such as a Roland Martin or DL Hughely, okay? They don't know where their next check is coming from. DL does stand up. He's on radio. They want to progress. They want to go further. They want to be a part of history. They want to be cemented into this history out here. They're willing to do whatever it takes for their legacy, right? For their name to stay in good standing or to be in the history books. They'll do whatever it takes. And even if that means selling us out, man. You dig? But yeah, I really had to jump on here and let that be known, man. I think I'm still trying to decide whether I want to jump back into this thing heavy. Uh, but I feel like we need to get our message out here because you know this other message is definitely being pushed and funded, right? Yeah, man. So, hey, how's everybody morning doing, man? How's everybody doing this morning? BB Skin. Hey, I am. I'm protecting my energy, man. My energy is good. My energy is good. I'm out here relaxing. Uh, you're right. I agree with you. I agree. That's why I quit last week. Last week I quit, but I'm gonna keep it real, man. It might sound crazy, but I feel like the ancestors, man, really put me up to this task. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like whatever small task it might be, I feel like the ancestors really want me to speak on their behalf. You see what I'm saying? Um, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, man. They want us to forget. They want us. A lot of people. Let me tell you, man. A lot of people want us to forget about what took place. They want us to forget about what took place. And there's some of us that's just never gonna forget, and we're not gonna let y'all forget. Like 9/11, never forget. There's some of us that will never ever forget. You know what I mean? And we gonna keep reminding everybody, what happened, what's still happening. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, because I want to ask a question, man, to all the anybody who feels like racism it doesn't exist anymore. I want to ask this question: What year? Okay, What year did racism stop? What year did racism stop? That's the golden question for y'all today. And if you're watching and you don't want to answer, that's cool. But I want y'all to ask yourself, was it in the 80s? Was it in the 90s? 2000s? What year did racism stop? I had a guy, I had a friend of mine. He's actually a friend of mine, a white dude. He he's a painter. He's an artist, right? Interesting story. I was trying to bring him on. I might want to get him on the show for a broadcast. But he's a painter, and he does portraits. He does murals, like downtown. And he submitted his mural to the city, and they denied his mural, right? And he made a post about his submission getting denied. And his post said, I'm paraphrasing. His post basically said that he didn't get his mural didn't get accepted, and he said maybe he didn't meet the DEI requirements. He said maybe he didn't meet the DEI requirements. And let me tell you, man, that thing went crazy online. I'm talking about his community really got in his ass. His community really, I mean, they really got on him. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. Because let me say this. We're going to talk about this real quick. Just because your mural didn't get submitted, right? Just because they didn't accept your mural, they've accepted so many of his murals. His art is all over downtown. But the one time they said no, now he's bringing up DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, if I'm not mistaken. Let's talk about DEI real quick. Let's talk about DEI real quick. If anybody knows anything about DEI, put it in the chat. So he basically said his submission did not get accepted because of a DEI requirement. He was saying, basically saying that his portrait was so good that there's no other reason but DEI why it didn't get submitted, get accepted. Then he made a video saying how DEI was made by bad people. And in his video, he said that DEI should not be a thing. It shouldn't be around. People should get chosen, accepted for their talents and not their skin color, not their sexual orientation. Now, let me say this to you as far as DEI is concerned. There will be no need for DEI if everybody was accepted and hired for their talents and not their skin color, etc., etc. There will be no need for it. I want to ask everybody that's against DEI, why do you think that there is such thing as a DEI? Why do you think that there's such programs that have to force people to be fair? Why do you think there's a program the way you got to force people to be fair? Let me tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because the country was based and made and built on injustice. That's why. You understand? That's why there's such programs such as DEI, right? If we lived in this perfect world where everybody was fair and treated equally, because that's what they try to tell you that no. There's no racism. Everybody's treated equally. This is the bullshit they try to tell you. Just like the Democrats try to tell us certain things. This is the bullshit they tell you and tell us. There's no racism. There's none of that going on. No, no. And that within itself is racism. Okay? So there will be no need for an affirmative action, which we don't really rock with. We don't rock with affirmative action because it didn't really help us. It wasn't for us. It was for minorities. You understand? So there will be no need for these programs if everybody played by the rules. But unfortunately, everybody doesn't play by the rules. Even in 2024, everybody doesn't play by the rules. Therefore, there has to be special programs to say, hey, we need to implement this program so everybody can get a fair shot. Yeah. Blue butterflies. What's up, man? Good morning. It will never stop, and hopefully the level-headed critical thinkers admit that. Yeah, yeah. At this point, man, it's nobody has to admit it, man. At this point, they don't have to because what's understood does not need to be explained. At the end of the day, we know what it is. A lot of us know what it is. Uh, it didn't just magically go away. You understand? So, yeah, man. I'm gonna hit the gym here in a little bit. I'm gonna take my kids to the pool. I'm not doing no work today. That's how I feel. I'm not doing no work today. I would normally be editing out here this morning, but I'm not doing any work today. I think I'm gonna take the day off. I want to take my kids to the pool, and I gotta take my kids to practice, football, cheer practice, and then I might come home and do some work later on tonight. But yeah, to sum it up, man, we not rocking with none of these entertainers. Uh, they don't sit with real brothers. They don't put real brothers on that stage. They don't put real brothers who are going to ask you straight questions. They do not put them in the same room. You know what I mean? And we got to get in these rooms, man. That's the problem. We got to get in these rooms. We got to get these raccoons out the room. They got to get out the room, dog. That's the thing. We got to get them out the room. You understand? And I'm gonna just keep. I don't know. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on how I feel, on how I think it's a day-to-day thing. You know what I'm saying? I think my approach is just gonna be a little different. I don't think I'm gonna argue with people no more. I don't really want to hear what black Democrats have to say. I've heard them, right? We've heard once Kamala got endorsed, we heard what they had to say. I think I got the gist of what they have to say. Because black Democrats really all they say is, "Oh, you're a Trump supporter," right? And then black Democrats they make excuses. They make an excuse on we having why they can't do anything for the black community. They make so many excuses and try to act as if we don't know what we're talking about. So I don't really want to hear them anymore. I think I just want to put the message out there, let them argue with themselves. Because somebody told me the other day, man, what if my barber, shout out to Rez, man. He told me, man, he told me I changed his mind on reparations. So if I keep pushing, right, and I get one person at a time, man, that's good enough for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep putting this message out there, man. And, I'm not gonna let it affect my peace and serenity. I'm gonna try not to. And this is one reason I get on these lives and I share because it's therapeutic for me. Instead of going online and arguing all day, I get it out my system right here. You know what I'm saying? So, I got good news. Uh, no, I mean, I can't agree. I believe it is worth arguing, but I just feel like it's ineffective over the internet. And I don't really want to argue. I want to have a real dialogue. I really want to break it down because when you really break things down, it's hard to lie. It's hard to play games But on the internet, it's very easy to play games. You understand? It's very easy to lie. So I believe the discussion is worth having. I just don't believe that me being online, going back and forth in my comments is worth. That's not worth it. Yeah, yeah. I'm on it, man. I'm on it. I got a pretty good spiritual program going on. Uh, I know how to turn it off and turn it on and regroup and start over. You know what I'm saying? I know how to block out uh, the madness. And really, it's really just clicking the button, man, putting the phone down. You know, if I want to really not hear or see any of this, because think about this, man. When we put our phones down, if I put my phone down right now, I'm looking at my backyard. You understand? I got plenty of animals out here, plenty of wildlife. So if I put my phone down, and if you put your phone down, you won't hear any of the noise of the red or blue party. You won't hear nothing about Kamala. Uh, you'll be living in your reality. So it's just when I pick that phone up, especially in the morning, dog. When I pick that phone up in the morning, the first thing I see is that lady on there, and she's making these false promises and things, But I got good news, man. I got the show popping off. Top Flight TV. The set is almost done. All right. Friday or Saturday, I'm going down to my studio and I'm gonna have some good content for y'all, man. So y'all stay tuned. We are getting very close, very, very close. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't as hot because I still gotta get the air turned on in my studio. But we about to be lit, man. We about to really get it in. So thank y'all for being patient with me. Thank y'all for listening to me rant and rave on this internet. But look, y'all have a good day, man. It's Wednesday, hump day. We almost over the hump, right? It's almost the weekend. Uh, y'all enjoy y'all day, man, and I hope good things happen to you today. You understand? I'm gonna get back with y'all. Be easy. Peace.